I am not bitter about being persecuted in prison, but I'll be bitter if they want to stop me from speaking out the experiences that I faced on their own faces. I'm not afraid of death at all, completely, to tell you the truth, on the basis that I know I stand on the truth.
Mnangagwa's government systematically destroyed me politically, economically, and socially. I came out and found everything.
The speech has been welcomed by all Zimbabweans for the truth that I spoke at the Geneva summit. So the reaction that you are currently noticing from state actors is that they have been exposed and the truth has been exposed. That's why they are showing signs of anger. When you live in an oppressive, tyrannical regime, you understand the way how dictators and the people who oppress their own citizens and subjects react when they are exposed at an international stage. So I'm not surprised at all.
You're just calling Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF a dictatorial regime, right? I just want to get that clearly, because in his support base and to some people, maybe even internationally that support him, he's a democratically elected president of Zimbabwe.
The problem with that is that there is a lot of controversy vis-a-vis his re-election during the previous elections. We all know that all credible election observers who came to Zimbabwe during the 23rd of August 2023 general elections, their verdict was very clear that the elections did not meet up standards of a free and fair election. The Southern Africa Development Community, SADC, which is one of the most important regional bodies where we are a member to, also gave their verdict that the elections were not free and fair and were not held within the framework of a free and democratic elections. No one has endorsed him, not only SADC, but all international observers, including the African Union, the Commonwealth Observer Mission that came, the European Union Observer Mission, and all other, the Jimmy Carter Foundation that came also to observe those elections. So those elections have been condemned by everyone. And all other organizations in Zimbabwe have also condemned those elections as not having been free and fair.
Well, not everyone. I mean, our president, William Ruto, congratulated him on his win, and there are a number of other leaders across the continent who did. I want your quick reaction to those kinds of congratulations before we now go back to some of the issues that I wanted to get into with your speech. What's your reaction? I mean, if all of these different parties do
some of these congratulatory messages that you are talking about is an act of deception. I remember that after President Ruto won his elections, I was in prison at that material time. The first person to congratulate him was Emerson Mnangagwa, despite still the initial controversies that were being thrown in Kenya about the electoral outcome. And he was the first person to come during the period of the swearing in of President Ruto. But if you want to see the trick of it and the deception of it, is that during the period of Emerson Mnangagwa swearing in Zimbabwe, President Ruto did not turn up. He did send Musaila Mudavadi to come there. Only 3 heads of state came. That from Mozambique, Felix Tshisekedi and Cyril Ramaphosa, out of 16 heads of state. So why my statement in Geneva pained so much the tyrant back home is on the basis that I spoke the truth. And we know that truth is always painful to everyone.